Hi guys, in this video we will talk about how different type of decisions can be taken with the help of information system. So let's start with tactical decisions. So tactical decision is an important task for all employees within a particular organization, and the purpose is to make decisions about various things. At the lowest level of the organization, the workers have to decide how to go about their work. All through, their work is usually quite structured. They have to make choices and evaluate consequences using the given details. For example, a salesperson may have a fixed route to travel to meet several clients during a particular day, but he still has to decide the manner in which to proceed given actual conditions on the ground, and also how many appointments he already has and how many are pending. So these are called tactical decisions. The salesperson has clear objectives to attain and has to make minute low level decisions to achieve those objectives. Consider another example of shop floor assembly line worker. In a typical manufacturing assembly line, say just like a factory that makes automobiles, the worker in a given fixed set of jobs, it has to do only these type of jobs. But the worker is provided with the equipment and the material required to do the job and is also given a timeline for completing the work. The worker also has to attain to another constants such as he needs to communicate with the supervisor or such related to the worker who is doing the job of assembly. Within such constraints has to make minute tactical decisions regarding the work like selection of tools, setting up of tools, or use of material resources. So information also need to be entered by him into the software information system. So these all decisions can be considered as tactical decisions. We can take another example also, like a nurse is attending its patients. So in that hospital, a typical nurse has to make many decisions during the day, during a particular day regarding patient care and providing support to physicians. The nurse's main task may be outlined clearly, which may include attending to patients on a fixed number of beds, providing them with timely doses of medication, recording the medication and nutrition given to the patient, and these all can be done through information system. Now come to other type of decisions. Another type of decision in operational decisions. So many times decisions made by managers that have a medium term scope. These decisions can be considered as operational decisions. These decisions are based on aggregate data and impact. It impacts the activities for the medium term and could range from a few 2 months to 4 months or 5 months, but less than a year. So operational decisions are often supported by decision support systems that use a specialized module to provide details and carefully analyze solution to decision problems. Operation managers can decide on inventory level. So the inventory should be maintained to meet the production targets for the firm and also control the amount of working capital locked into inventory. So the decision support tool allow managers to use mathematical models that rely on current and past inventory and production levels to predict. So it's very easy now for the middle level of managers to manage their functions. Decision support tools also, these tools are also used in a strategy function of various organizations. The tool enable managers to visualize future trends in the economy, competitors' responses, and also industry trends. The tools can also help in simulating the impacts of strategies formulated by the organization. As example, the impact of introducing new products in a market with many competitors can be simulated in a computer program that shows how the products will fare at the different prices and scenarios. Marketing managers can also use decision support system to find the most cost effective routes for the sales personnel to cover the entire market. So travel entails cost, and hence managers want to follow the least cost routes that also allow sales personnel to meet their customers. This decision is often complicated with customers making sudden calls on the salesperson or whether traffic conditions permitting not permitting some routes. Another type of role for management is control and planning. Supervisors, managers, and knowledge workers have to make decisions that are more long term in nature and are far removed from hour to hour and day to day activities of a particular firm. So, these managers and supervisors need information for control and planning. Control implies monitoring activities against given objectives and taking action relevant to the situation. To exercise control, managers need summary information that shows how the activities of the organization have progressed and how close they are to the given objectives. As example, managers in charge of marketing, suppose of a product, has following task to do. So he has to know how much the sales has been compared to the targets, which regions have either exceed or fallen behind the targets, which schemes for marketing are most successful, how the sales personnel have fared against their targets, and what are the nature of comments from customers. So when these information are provided on monthly or quarterly basis, managers can take decisions that change the course of activities for the next time period. They could, for example, provide more personnel to a region that is lacking in sales, increase incentive schemes also, and also launch advertisement campaigns. They can also modify budgets of a particular personnel. So the main target is to achieve the all over goal, the all over target. So controlling activities is thus guided by the information available. Planning is another activity that managers undertake. Planning involves forecasting situation in future and arranging for activities that will address them. For example, for the marketing manager, planning may involve setting up marketing incentive schemes to boost slacks in sales, or redeploy sales personnel in a particular region, or send personnel to special tracking program, and such like that. So planning thus involves envisioning a set of activities for future purpose. Control and planning are intertwined decisions for managers often have to take. So for example, for a manager of finance function, the job will involve monitoring the finance of a particular organization. That will include borrowing, lending, monitoring of current assets and liabilities, and also investing in stocks, bonds, and for future purpose. So the manager has to control all these accounts by changing allocation and position so that they are in line with organization's objective of financial performance, and also plan for future based on activities of the organization. So if the organization is growing in terms of revenues and there are likely to be accumulated surplus, the finance manager will have to decide how to invest the surplus to obtain proper returns. Another type of decision is strategic decision. So this is a set of decisions made by top managers of a particular organization, and these are termed as strategic decisions. So these are long term in scope and have a long time horizon of many years. By nature, these decisions impact the very manner in which the organization does its work. Strategic decisions are related to the vision, or you can say the mission of the organization. The decisions determine how the organization will realize what it was created for originally and what it strives to achieve eventually. Information systems such as executive information system are used for marketing strategic decisions. Some examples we can take, like a firm, like a manufacturing firm which manufactures pharmaceuticals. So for the pharmaceutical firm, strategic decision will revolve around what market to enter, what type of production segments to target, and how to survive in the competition. So information systems can provide data and inputs on the current operations of the organization, also about the market response of various segments, and industry data on competition. So these can be used with models that forecast trends for pharmaceutical sales, how potential changes in market segments can be benefited. Another type of example we can take, suppose a government department such as the revenue department of any state in India. The strategic decision will include deciding on how to reach out to all revenue segments in the population, how to provide government services in an efficient manner, and how to enhance services that improve revenue intake. So information system support tools can be used to understand the demographic of revenue population, the segments that are most underdeserved, and to identify trends in revenue collection also. We can also take the example of Indian Railways. So Indian Railways use information on ticket and freight transport sales to decide on which routes to further enhance its services and in which region to start train services. So the strategic decision involved long-term infrastructure growth and planning for future demands for services of Indian Railway. Friends, in next video we will come with another case study. For this video,